come on in this way. I want to show you guys some really cool cars. The car that you see behind me is going to be featured very heavily in Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. Ben Affleck actually drove this thing around. Who do you think would win, Batman or Superman?
Superman.
A little girl and a little boy are talking on a bench.
Good.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Either an astronaut or an accountant.
How will you decide?
Well, I really want to wear an astronaut helmet, but I also want to use a calculator.
Batman or Superman? Superman.
Who says Superman?
That's unbelievable.
How you doing? Now everyone's how you doing. Before it was Superman.
Are you real?
I am real. I brought a picture to show you, which was my son 2 weeks ago said to me, Dad, there's one costume I want in the whole wide world. Can you get it? And I said, you know, I have some connections. And then he told me who he wanted to be.
Well,
We are back with two-time Oscar winner Ben Affleck. As an actor, screenwriter, director, and producer, he is undoubtedly one of Hollywood's biggest and busiest stars. His highly anticipated new movie, Justice League.
And the little boy grows up and becomes an accountant astronaut. They bump into each other on the moon. They laugh for a long time.
Whoa! You drive the Batmobile? Superman doesn't even have a cool car to put you in. You know? Right? Yeah, look at I got like 8 of these cars.
I really looks like Ben Affleck. Right?
This cousin is.
You're joking.
No, that's
hi, Dad.
Hi, Kevin. I'm working.
I know. Do you want to play baseball?
No.
What about basketball?
No.
What about soccer?
No.
Are there any other sports?
No.
We do things a little differently in Gotham. We do things a little differently in Gotham. We do things a little differently in Gotham.
You know, rediscovers himself. He wants to avenge his parents' death. He fights the supervillain. I thought, that's not me. I'm not that Batman, you know. Right. And Zach was like, no. This guy, he's older and he's really f***ed up and he's broken down and he's on the edge of moral bankruptcy. God, clearly your man.
Well, what are you working on?
The stock market. How was school?
Good. I love you.
Okay, you too. See you home for dinner.
I'll throw you off this planet. I'll rip your off.
And if you don't want to get really weirded out about having like existential questions posed to you by Ben Affleck, then maybe we could talk about some other fun stuff like stories from the set of The Bourne Identity or any of the other hit movies that I've been.
Or we could talk about stories from the movie Argo, which won Best Picture. And that's just what happened. I'm not.
1, 2, 3,
41.
8.
What's so great about 8?
What's so great about 41?
Do you want to fight me?
Or we could talk about Good Will Hunting. We could talk about who did the bulk of the writing. Kind of answer that one.
Sure, that's a good idea. Or you could learn about things that are actually true, like how incredibly short Matt Damon is.
I'm going to do commercials just saying that you're here. You don't have to do anything.
Okay, I'm just going to be here like evidence.
Yeah, just... It's basically just evidence that we do have you here. Proof. Yeah, that you're here. He really is here.
I'm going to treat the camera like one of those other dads from the game.
Hey, Dave, and everyone.
And there's all these guys in there with suits. And I'm like, it's Dad's Day at the Gymboree. Turned out they're security guards, and the kids that were playing in there were the royal kids.
No kidding.
So I can tell my son that he played kickball with the King of England.
Yes, my God.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's cool.
They just played were there other kids, or was you guys?
There were other kids. There were some other kids. Yeah. I just was like, suck up to him.
Yeah, right. Make some friends. I always wonder what.
And was there a kind of thing where people
thought you were that character?
Yeah, I think people thought that Matt was the math genius and then I was his sort of dim-witted friend he dragged along from home. You know what I mean? They were like, you give him an Oscar too. All right, guy.
Voice out already.
My
I know.
voice is already kind of gone.
I know.
So I know. You know, but it makes
Gone
it
like
gives
the
me
movie.
Oh, tie it in, bro.
Gone, boys.
Tie it in. That's how you do the on TV.
I know, I didn't know, man.
Segues.
Yeah.
Yes.
And together they're just this powerhouse.
Yeah, together it's the greatest duo in the history of all time.
Yeah.
In the history of all time.
I was going to say sports, but I feel like they transcend sports. No, I'm obviously a homer, but yeah. All right. I keep the car running.
We didn't even talk about Detroit. No, Ben, get back on. Come on, no, we're talking about it.
The golden age movie star. I mean, you really are,
nice.
in my opinion, and deservedly so. What is it like to direct yourself? Because you're really good. Do you look in the mirror and say, "I'm amazing"? So I'm going to do this.
Check myself out, and
I'm going to do this incredible.
Yes,
I'm going to do it incredible.
You did it again.
Yeah.